I don't know if you remember when you were a kid at school. I don't know if they still do it at school. You used to have Harvest Festival, where you took in all the produce that you bought from the local greengrocer. It was probably, this is going back to the 70s, of course. It was probably grown in the local farm. It was all local produce. Everything that we had in the greengrocers in those days was pretty much locally farmed and locally brought in. And we used to have the Harvest Festival, and we used to sing those hymns, all things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. And one of the lines in that was, we plough the fields and scatter the good seed on the land. And of course that's relating to the gospel as well as relating to farming. But it was very much about rural England, and this is part of British culture. The farming community is a massive part of British culture. The British countryside looks like it looks because of diligent, hard-working farmers that do plough the field and scatter the good seed on the land. They do look after the land. They are the custodians of the land. They are the salt of the earth. Good, hard-working men and women that feed us, and feed us with food that we can afford. And of course, food security, like energy security, like military security, like political security, is a vital part of any country. And what this government is doing with these punitive taxes and its bullying of the farmers and the intimidation of the farmers, and the intimidation will get worse. As the farming protests and strikes start to bite, you just watch the media and the political elite and probably the forces of law and order turn against the farmers. We, as British patriots, must stand with our farmers. There's a little dairy farm 10-minute walk from my house, and the lady that runs the farm, she had a fantastic career. I'm not going to say where her career was, because again, I don't want good people being associated with the likes of me. But she had a really good career, very, very nice, educated person. And I was speaking to her the other day about the situation with the farming, and she is devastated by what the government have done. She knows that if something happens to her and her son inherits the farm, then he is going to have great difficulty in paying the inheritance tax, because this is the thing with farmers. They're asset rich, they've got lots of land, lots of buildings, but they're cash poor. And this punitive tax is nothing but a land grab and an attack on a vital infrastructure project in the UK, which is farming. We need farmers. We need food. We need good food. We need good quality food. And that's what our farmers provide for us. And rather than taxing the farmers to the hilt with this inheritance tax, what needs to happen is there needs to be support for farmers. Farmers need to be helped. I know they get subsidies, but they need to be supported. They need to be supported. They need to be encouraged to sell the produce at local farm shops. That's what needs to happen. There needs to be a lot more of us buying all our stuff from them and not going to Tesco's and filling our trolleys full of gunk that's come from goodness knows where. And by the time you get your fruit and veg back to the car, it's all gone off. So we need to support our farmers. And I'm so encouraged to see so many patriots going out today to stand with the farmers and to really show the support and show that the whole country is behind them. Even though the farming community in the UK is only 1% of the population, it's probably slightly higher in Northern Ireland, but overall in the UK it's 1% of the population. They own 56% of the land. And people might think, well, they're very elitist. No, they're not, because they're custodians of that land. They look after that land. They nurture that land. They keep it productive. And there's no better food and animal health and safety than in the UK. You don't get any better food than you get what's produced in the UK. Same with the milk, same with everything. It's top quality produce, and that's going to be squandered by this government. And it's quite obvious that the Labour Party do not care about they hate small business and they hate small farmers. And they've got to be taught a lesson. And I hope the farmers push it as far as they can push it within the law to teach this government a lesson. Because in 5 years' time, we are voting our way out of this. And I want to see a position where the old parties, Labour, Lib Dems, Conservatives, who are the other lot? SNP in Scotland, Plaid Cymru, Sinn Féin, SDLP, Alliance Party, DUP in Northern Ireland, They're all sent to the trash can of history, because these are the parties that have pushed all these crazy agendas on us. And the farmers taking a stand is a massive, massive first step. But we need to do a lot more, and we need to build, and we need to make sure that we're ready to take our country back in 5 years' time in the same way that Donald Trump's doing in the United States of America. Support the farmers, stand with the farmers, no farming, no food. And remember, Keir Starmer is the farmer harmer. See you soon.